Hey guys, how's it going? It's Pineapple Pirate here, and today we have a tutorial video on how to use MCEdit. So we're going to try to make this as quickly as possible. So first off, we'll just go with the sidebars. So we got keys here, and that's where you can just adjust all your keys. So with your how you move around and stuff, it's kind of pretty straightforward. So if you don't like any of the keys, you can just come to the opening menu and change your keys. Graphics, that's just where you can change if you want not like really nice leaves, rough graphics, mouse lag, just stuff to make your MCEdit run faster if it's running any slow. And then you have you have your graphic settings where you can just adjust your height, your camera acceleration, your drag, which would be your how slow it goes, how fast it goes, how the max speed, and the stop. I'm pretty sure that means stopping speed. And then your mouse speed, and invert your mouse and everything. So basically pretty straightforward for that. And then over here you can create a new world using MCEdit, kind of just like in Minecraft. And then you can load a world in. So if you hit load world, you can load any one of your multiple maps in. And then if you've used MCEdit before or your most visited maps, you can just use the ones here. So I'll show you guys how to, oops, not open a level. Open a level is not, well, it's useful, but not right now. So I think we need to go to this one. So right now we're in one of my worlds that I'm working on. It's for a video that I'm doing. So it's pretty straightforward how to use MCEdit. So down on the bottom bar you have select, and that's where you just click anywhere and you can select an area. So once you select the area, you can either brush, or no, this is a completely different thing, but I don't want to do that. So that's just if you want to do a whole bunch of awesome stuff with different blocks, and you can change into like different colors, so like round or square, and that's really useful if you're building terrain. So that's very cool. And then you can just do different things like a road. So that would be, actually, I don't even know what a road would do. So then we also have clone. So if we wanted to fill this and we double click on any other area, we can, and then place it, we can nudge. And what you do with nudge is you press your normal AWS D keys, and it'll drag it one block for each click, or if you just hold down, it'll drag it that amount. And then you can hit rotate, and it'll rotate it around. Flip, and it'll flip from the grassy side to the dirt side. You can't really see it right now because it's MCEdit. And then mirror, which let's try. Yeah, that's another thing that I can't really show you at the moment. And then copy air and copy water. So if you don't want to copy all the water that's in it and you just want to copy what's under the water, then you can just do that. So then we also have fill. So now we have a whole thing, and in this search bar you can type in any block. So if I wanted to fill it with diamond block, I would just hit block of diamond, okay, fill, and now we have a full block of diamond in place of that dirt. So just control Z that. And the controls, if you've ever used like any Microsoft Word, it's the same thing, control C, control Z. I don't know if control C works, but so then we want to fill this back with grass, so we just type in grass, fill, and you can just hit enter instead of using clicking the actual buttons. And then so another thing we have here is import. So if I wanted to import, I don't have, oh yeah, I do have something right now. If I wanted to import my castle, oh, this is the broken castle. But yeah, so I would just click it, and to import something you first have to export something. So this is just the base of my castle. It's nothing right now because I screwed up when I was exporting it, and I'll show you guys how to export it real quick. So we'll just hit control Z, or control V, sorry. And if you don't want to fill in anything, or you don't want to have this little area, if you press escape, or no, if you have something that you're cloning or anything that you're importing, if you press escape, it'll just get rid of it. So let's say I wanted to import or export this. So right now it's just a little runway for also again for a video that I'm doing. So we have our little runway here, and we want to say put this onto another map. So we have another map that needs a runway. So we would hit export. Oh yeah, over here. So over here we have export, And once we hit export, we can just fill it. So we'll just say runway and save. And now let's say I'm, hypothetically speaking, let's say I'm on another world and it's just an open map. I would hit import and I would go runway, and now I have my runway here. So that's actually really useful if you're ever doing anything that has to do with transferring saves from world to world. And then I could just hit nudge, or if I wanted to rotate it towards me and then I wanted to nudge it to the side, I could either drag it like this just using my mouse, and if I click it'll stay, if I double click it'll pop back out, and then just nudge it however I want and flip or rotate, and that's actually good. That's what flip looks like, which is pretty cool actually. But yeah, it really makes for some cool scenery. And then if I just hit escape, it just gets rid of it. So what else can I show you guys? You can also move your player. So if say I'm in the world right now and I'm sitting right on top of here, if I want to be way up here without actually having to walk up here, I can just double click or single click. Right, okay, here I am. It's just kind of weird. It was working just earlier. Move player. Okay, there we go. So, and then I want to say move up into here, and I'll just move player, and then once I'm done moving my player, it would work, and I could just be up here when I come back into the world. So that's pretty straightforward. So now instead of being in that building, I'm up here, and I could also align him to my camera. So if I was right here and I wanted my guy to be looking over at the same view, I could just align player to camera, and I'm looking at it. So and then just go to player. Yeah, so that's pretty straightforward there. You can also move your spawn point. So if I'm in a single player map and I want to move my spawn, here, I'll go to spawn. So right here is my spawn right now, and say I want to spawn up in this huge building, I would just come up here, and I would, you cannot have 2 air blocks at Y63. Oh yeah, I need to spawn in a, I have no idea. Cannot have 2 air blocks Y63 in your spawn points column. Additionally, you cannot have a solid block in the 3 blocks above your spawn point. It's weird, I know. Blocks. That is weird. What if I tried? Oh, it did work though. Oh, well, it kind of worked. Now my spawn point's here, I guess. So you're gonna have to do a little bit of playing around with that. I know it works. I've done it in multiple maps already. Maybe it's just because it's such an open world, but I don't exactly know. I don't know why there's a block up here either. So yeah, you can just move your spawn point wherever you want. So now my spawn point is right here instead of way down there. And then last but not least is chunk control. And then that's basically just, if you see all these little columns, it's just you can create things. So I don't really want to play around with that right now because that's a whole nother video in itself. So just Control Z, or escape, I guess we could, no, maybe not. Okay, it's kind of weird. Fuck. Sorry about this. Chunk control, deselect. Okay. That does lag out the Minecraft, or the MCEdit a little bit. So I think that's everything I have to show you for the controls. And just if you guys are struggling with the controls, actually, I should probably have mentioned this a little bit earlier. It's right click to move around and WASD just to move free camera. And if you don't want to move your free camera, you just hit WASD and you'll move straight, backward, sideways, to the left. So, and then if you hold it, you can move like in all directions. So that's very useful, and you should definitely know that. And then it's just, that's right click, and then just to left click is to select stuff when you're under your select key. So the last thing is just, yeah, basically everything on this side is just stuff that you can do with your keys. So like delete chunks. What the heck? Delete. Oh, okay, delete chunks as in like, yeah, everything in that chunk. delete entities. So if you have a huge TNT explosion and you can't get into your world, every time you get into your world it crashes, then if you hit all the area that the TNT has been in and you hit delete entities, it'll delete all your entities. So if you can see here, these right here should be entities, but yeah. So that's very useful. Analyze, yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. Then copy, paste, export. So yeah, that's basically everything that there is to do with McEdit. Up here is just a bar where you can see your view distance, so you can increase or decrease your view distance. You can see how many chunks you're loading at the moment, FPS, how many frames you're running, and then yeah, that's basically it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh wait, no, actually I have to show you the in here tools. Okay, so you have all your side bars as in the menu that you had. You have load world, open world, create new world, save. Save is really important because you want to do that every so often just in case McEdit crashes or anything. You can reload the world just in case you screw up. You can close the world just instead of hitting the X bar up there. Sorry. You can hit world info just to info on your world. Undo to undo something you screwed up on. Select all to select all. Deselect to deselect what you selected. View distance, and then just quit. So that's everything that you guys should need to know. If you have any questions, just post them in. Oh, wait. One last thing. If you are doing anything that has to do with stuff that connects to things, so say I wanted to fill this entire sidebar with redstone torches like I did, it's not going to connect to the nearest block. It's not like that. So it's not connected to it because that you have to do it manually, and if you hit one of these blocks, they'll all come flying down. And also, if I wanted to fill, say, this, and if I just use the nudge tool to nudge, and then I filled with water, I can use active water, and that way it'll spill down, or I can use just normal water, which is dead water, and it'll just float there. So that's everything that you guys should have to know, and it goes the same for lava. And fences, I don't think connect either when you put them together. So, or maybe they do, I'm not exactly sure. You can try it out, but that's everything that you guys should need to know for McEdit. If you have any questions, just post them in the description below, and I'll get back to you guys as fast as I can. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thanks, and bye.